Hi, nobodies. Um, so today was not a good day. Sorry. I just got out of the tub after taking a 2 hour nap. So that tells you how my day was going. I don't nap. Normally. So um I'm still like I'm of a positive mindset. Don't get me wrong. And I debated on making a video, but I said, I've been making so many of my latest videos have been about how great my day was and the little hiccups that might have come up, that didn't ruin it for me. Well, I had an anxiety attack today, and I recognize why I had it. Um, the thing is, like, I was making jokes about how busy of a day I was going to have today. 2 appointments in a day, two things that I have to do in a day. Because when I tell people I am not busy, I'm seriously not busy. I mean, you might catch me when I'm in the middle of doing something, but I guarantee you that right before I started doing the 5 or 10 minute project, and right after I'm done with the 5 or 10 minute project, I'm not doing shit for a while. Because it's best for my BPD to not get stressed out. Well, I've been having a delicate issue. We'll just say that, a delicate issue. Um, and today I went back to the doctor over that and said, hey, what's going on with this? 6 shots of lidocaine later, I was okay. Now, I mean, before I went, I stopped and fed some ducks. Well, I didn't feed the ducks. They came to me. They thought I was going to feed them. And fuck if I forgot about the ducks and didn't bring them like some bread. I mean, I've always got like bread that I can throw away. And those Muscovy ducks love bread. Um, but I wasn't like super nervous about going, even though I knew that things were gonna happen. I did not expect the lidocaine shots to hurt that bad, and I think if I ever have to go back for the same issue, I'm just gonna I'm gonna be like, hey, how about you do this and leave off the lidocaine unless I say stop. Because sometimes you have to wonder, like see somebody with BPD, okay, as somebody with BPD, there are certain kinds of pain that we can take. Um, when it comes to cleaning out a wound, I don't need lidocaine to dig into a wound. I have excoriation disorder. I ain't fucked up about if a sore on my leg is not healing very well, I will dig into that sucker to get the scab off of it. I don't want scab on there. And just like if I've got a boil or anything, I'm like gonna do that. So that kind of pain, like digging around in an open wound, does not bother me. Needle popping in my skin does not bother me. It used to, but now it's like, fuck, hand me the needle. I'll jab the shit out of that. Unless I'm working on somebody else. Like if somebody has me pop a pimple, I am a lot more gentle with another person. When my son had a hangnail, I had to pop a needle into the corner of it. And he was worried it was going to hurt. And I was like, I'm going to do my best to not make it hurt. If it was me, I would have jabbed it, just been done with it. So that being said, 6 shots of Novocaine, like you feel the needle go in, which isn't bad. And then it's like, holy mother fudge buttons. And okay, This goes to show how well my filter works sometimes, that I realized I was in a doctor's office, so I didn't actually cuss, but I would say, "Holy mother fudge buttons!" Or, "Mary is a pretty baby." You know, it it was it was intense. The lidocaine. I don't know why numbing agent has to hurt so fucking bad. But I think if I ever have to go get that done again, I'm just gonna be like, hey, hand me a little scalpel and just I'll cut. You supervise. If I hit a major artery, please help me out. So I went through that pretty well. After I left, I went to the store to grab a couple of things that I had on my list. And then I drove home. Got home probably about 11:30, and then I was like, well, I got a 1 o'clock therapy session. As I was about to leave the house, I was feeling kind of iffy. But I had just taken my medication, and before I left for the doctor's office earlier, I had taken a quarter Xanax because I'm starting to feel a little nervous because the last time I went was not great. And the time before that was really not great. And this time was really not great. But so you know, a little nervous there. So I'd already taken something, so I was like, I should be fine. I was not fine. I got on the freeway, and as soon as I hit I-430, my fingers started tingling, and I was like, oh crap. It's that feeling. And I mean, you know, my typical reaction to a lot of things is freeze. My reaction to my anxiety is flight. You know, it's I need to turn around and go home. I need to turn around and go home. I didn't. I kept going. And I mean, I really, it's, as it always is, it was a struggle whenever I'm fighting that, you know, because I'm sitting there thinking, I'll just have somebody come get me, you know, and I'll be okay. You know, if I have to lay down on the couch in the therapist's office while she talks to me, then that's what I'm going to do. If I pass out in the parking lot, I'm at the clinic's parking lot and there's people around, you know. I was like, I'm going. And I took the wrong exit and then had to sit at a stoplight. And I don't know about I don't know about like the typical tight chest anxiety. But my anxiety, when it gets like this, it's like waves. It's like waves of nausea when you're sick with stomach virus or something. You know, you just kind of feel this build and crest, and you don't know if it's gonna keep going or if it's gonna ebb a little. And it was ebbing a little. Now, by this time, I had already going down the freeway. I had already busted open. I had already opened up my emergency bottle that I keep in my car and had taken half of a pill. So I knew some relief was coming, but there's always the fear that this isn't just an anxiety attack, it's an actual panic attack, or that it'll build up to that. So anyway, I took the wrong exit, had to fight traffic because that exit is a pain in the ass with busy. And no, you cannot. That one bopped me in the mouth this morning. She is on punishment. Anyway, got back on the freeway, you know, and every time I would think I'm just going to go home, no, I would feel better. And I was like, no, I'm going to go. I'm going to make it there. Going to therapy. I got to therapy like right on time. There's 2 waiting rooms where I go, and one of them people don't really know about, so That's where I went. I kind of call it the anxiety waiting room because the regular waiting room is bright. There's lots of people coming and going out of there. And this one is dim and there's never anybody back there. It's kind of like a soothing, quiet, calm spot, and it's right outside of my therapist's office. So, um, she immediately knew something was wrong because I had my ice water. When I walk around with ice water, there's something wrong there. I mean, I almost always drive with it, but I don't take it in with me. So she knew something was wrong, and then she was like, "Well, tell me what's going on." 10 minutes into therapy, I was good. I mean, I had lost like my shakiness. Because see, even like walking from the car to therapy, it I was in kind of a dissociative state because of what I was feeling. That I don't know if it was like a late reaction to trauma, because I would consider the shots I got trauma, because they fucking hurt. I would have rather pushed a kid out today. Seriously. Um, so, I was walking there, and it was like somebody just popped me into somebody else's body. Like I could feel my body, but it didn't feel like my body. So it was a little bit different from my regular disassociation. It was like a reality shift or something. But 10 minutes into therapy, I started doing good. I got comfortable, and stopped feeling like, and I had a nice drive home, and on the way home I said, well, I'm having Subway because I fucking earned something nice today. So I had Subway, um, and some cookies. Yes, I got cookies, which, by the way, Subway has these caramel apple cookies for a limited time, the lady said. So definitely try those out. My macadamia nut cookies tasted kind of like the caramel apple. But I could have sworn I caught a bit of raspberry, and that bitch was like, nah, they don't taste like raspberry. Bitch, they did. Hate raspberry. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. But not every day is good. And that half a Xanax just kind of took it out of me. And of course, the anxiety attack itself. So I took a nap. And like I said, I decided to do this video because I wanted to show to all of you that don't watch me, that not every day is perfect. And even on a day when I had an anxiety attack, when I was in hell for 30 minutes, I can still say today was an okay day. I mean, I can say that mentally I'm happy, but today kind of sucked. I mean, it's a weird feeling to think, okay, I'm happy, but today kind of sucked. Like it sucked. There, two bad things happened. So it's not a good day. But but I'm feeling too positive to call it a bad day. Because I mean, the doctor's appointment, what happened there wasn't really my fault. People get sick, or things happen. You get I mean, think about all those lovely things that happen when you're an adult. You get skin tags, you get moles that go out of control, um, just all kinds of neat little things that pop up. So, it's like, yeah, it happens. Just like it's like if you wake up and you step out of your bed and you hear something go crack and fuck, you've sprained your ankle. you know, do you call it a bad day if you've got a positive outlook? I mean, it's just part of, shit happens. Um, and the anxiety attack I had, I think, was delayed response to trauma, or I just did too much today. Like, I should have done it. I should have rescheduled it or not scheduled my doctor's appointment this morning, tried to do it for another day instead of the same day. But it was a good test for me. Seeing, I can mark this down as what happened today when I had my anxiety attack. So the next time it happens, I can look at the day and say, okay, what happened? Why am I nervous about this? Why did this happen? And if I can figure that out, then I'm ahead of the game. Because, I mean, in all honesty, with BPD, with my version of BPD, because everybody's got their own version, but for me, the anxiety is the only part that gets to me, really. Um, Everything else is kind of like, well, I've got a big heart. I get hurt. I don't like to be rejected. I feel guilty all the time. Everything's my fault. I'm not worthy. Those things I can deal with because I can analyze those and make myself feel better. The anxiety, though, that's pure hell, because there is no logical thinking when I'm feeling that way. I mean, I try. Don't get me wrong. I try to think logically and to talk myself out of it, but it it's too much feeling when I need to be like deadened, because I can take the big empty. I can take um, being sad and all of that. I can do, but anxiety attacks, I don't want those. I mean, I don't. Those are things that you avoid things to avoid the possibility that it'll happen. So you got to know what your triggers are, and so I've been working on that. So anyway, once again, way too long-winded, but hey, that's me. And I'm good. I hope that you're good, even if you've had a crap day or had a day, had a day where crap happened. Hopefully, you're still able to smile. Hopefully, you're still able to say, hey, I'm not gonna let it like destroy my outlook of things, because it's important to keep that positive outlook that hey, shit happens. It doesn't matter. It's it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme. It's just like, hey, sometimes you fall down, sometimes you get hurt, sometimes you get lidocaine shots, sometimes you get stitches, sometimes things just happen. Car wrecks and I mean, it's just, but don't let it define you on that day, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I had a day. Yeah. I hope you had a good day. But if you didn't, just be happy that you had a day. And I would like for everybody to have a good night.